Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Rome Remastered Historical Battle walkthrough. In today's episode we are playing the 8th historical battle, the Battle of Carrhae. We are playing as the Romans, which are represented by the House of Brutii. We are facing off against Parthia, which has two armies. Although their armies are entirely cavalry with no infantry, we will have problems. They will ambush our cavalry early on in the battle, so we have very little support. The majority of our force will be infantry that is easily sniped down by the enemy horse archers. We will have to react quickly if we are to survive. May the best general win.
Carrhae, 55 BC. The army of Marcus Licinius Crassus marches deep into Parthia. Crassus is in the east, looking for glory and riches. He needs both in the struggle for ultimate power back in Rome. For weeks he has marched after the Parthian army. They are drawing him deep into their own lands. Now the Romans think that the Parthians won't fight, and the Roman cavalry are too far ahead of the main column. They've ridden straight into a Parthian trap. Heavy cataphracts close in. And easily massacre the outnumbered Roman cavalry. Now the Parthian horse archers are free to harass the Roman infantry. Crassus orders his legions to form the Testudo as protection against arrow fire. This leaves them vulnerable in hand-to-hand combat. And the cataphracts are on their way. Only the few remaining Roman cavalry will have any chance of routing the Parthian horse archers.
So we have a dilemma here about how to play this battle. We are surrounded by all of these horse archers, so we have to be in, or should be in Testudo formation to avoid a lot of casualties from the arrow fire. But the big problem is, when we're in Testudo formation, we're very vulnerable to melee attacks. And the enemy cataphracts are charging right at us. They will be here shortly. So what we will be forced to do is to either stay in Testudo formation and be bulldozed by the enemy cataphracts, or get out of Testudo formation and prepare for the impact, but also be taking a lot of casualties from the horse archers all around us. So it will be a difficult battle. In my opinion, this is one of the hardest battles you can fight in Rome Remastered of the historical battles. What I like doing is to send my remaining 2 cavalry units, since the majority of our cavalry was wiped out up over there, over here, through their ambush. What I like doing is sending them after the horse archers. Although it is a good idea to keep them nearby your infantry, to support them just in case they are overrun by the huge amounts of cavalry. Unfortunately, we won't really be able to do this because of the sheer number of horse archers. So what I do is I send my general unit and remaining other cavalry unit to chase the 2 closest horse archer units. Now, they usually get chased to either about here or all the way to the border of the map. So that will take up the majority of the battle before they get back here. So the legionaries will have to hold their own. Fortunately, they are well equipped and can hold their own. If they were to engage in hand-to-hand combat with the horse archers, they would easily win with barely any casualties. But from a distance, they're very easy to pick off. So let us begin. So what we're going to do is just remain in Testudo formation for now, and as soon as the cataphracts get close, we're going to get out of Testudo formation so they have time to reorganize and then prepare to open fire before bracing for the impact. Now, although it would be good to get these 4 units on the left and right flank also out of Testudo formation, we're not going to do that because we don't want to take any... We want to draw the attention of the horse archers on those sides so they don't fire into the ranks of those men. But I will get out of Testudo formation with 2 of the units so they can assist in the combat, because they will still try to bulldoze over us. And as you see, they hit us hard, but because we braced for the impact, because we got out of Testudo formation, we were able to handle it better. So I'm going to try and send my other units to try and chase away the enemy horse archers. Now, I know I should be coming back, but I will often, just like that, I will often continue chasing down the horse archers all the way to the end of the map, or until I finish off the unit completely, because their morale is very high and they almost always come back. So that's why I prioritize chasing them over coming back here to assist. Now, we want to keep our legionaries as close as possible to the main fight over here, because all alone they will be absolutely destroyed. I'm trying to keep track of where my cavalry is located. And as soon as we finish off one of the cavalry units, we're right away going after another. There's no time to waste. We have to act immediately if we are to win this battle. I'm going to send this cavalry unit to assist in the main fight, to surround the enemy forces better, to trap them so we can hunt them down, cut them down much easier. I am a bit worried because we have taken a few casualties. I will admit, this is a very difficult battle and you will take a lot of casualties in it. But we still want to try and minimize it, so because they come back so often from after routing, we want to try and keep as many soldiers alive so they can fight for as long as possible. But I also have to mention the enemy has 2 generals, so it's twice the work if we want to deplete their morale faster. As you see, we are absolutely being hammered by all of this fire from the left, right, forwards and backwards, everywhere. It is terrible, but we will have to keep pushing forward.
The enemy general is running away.
See if we can get him.
This is no way
There we go.
to behave, but in battle, it's beyond
Very
belief.
good.
The gods
So we just
be
have to keep
praised.
using our legionaries to
Enemy
push
general
them
is
back,
dead.
charge.
No, their
So
doom
after the first
approaches.
cataphract charge, we just continue charging after the enemy forces, continue chasing them, showing no mercy, no restraint. And then I'm going to send my general unit
The
back
enemy
because
show their true virtue.
2 soldiers aren't
They
going
are
to
not
make a
soldiers,
difference
only frightened rabbits
against us.
running from our men.
And whenever I see one of my unit gets pinned down or stuck fighting the enemy cavalry or cataphracts or horse archers, whoever it is, I always send the local units, as many as I can, to assist. Because after that first cataphract charge, we're absolutely destroyed by all the arrow fire from all the sides, so we have barely any men left. So they have to really work together to win this. As you see, the tide is slowly turning. Before the battle started, we had less than a 50-50 chance of victory. And now it's much better than 50-50.
The gods be praised.
Good.
Enemy general is
We've taken
dead.
out
His
both
men
the
know
enemy
their
generals,
doom
which is actually
approaches.
quite rare in my experience in this battle, because they don't go down easily, especially when there's this many units. You're outnumbered, you're outgunned, you're outflanked, everything is against you. But as you see, these legionaries easily deal with the horse archers once engaged in hand-to-hand combat. So one unit can easily handle them, even if there's only 33 of them compared to a full unit of horse archers. As you see, this is a bit annoying because they can shoot at range while moving as well. So our legionaries are forced to run after them, tire themselves in this attempt, while they can easily just move away slightly and continue firing. So the purpose of having our cavalry go after them, even if they're outnumbered, is to not only draw the attention and do as much damage as you can, but also to slow them down. So it allows the legionaries to gain some distance, to get a chance to catch up and do some real damage. And as you see, seeing their fellow soldiers fall, they begin retreating as well. And I think this will be victory. It was a massacre at the front there, where we lost our cavalry. It was a massacre here when we fought the cataphracts. But we did it. We showed Roman heroism and strength. We are true Romans. We have shown these enemies who can fight the best and who deserves to rule this land.
The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee. Rome demands victory from her generals, and this day is clearly our victory.
Yes, it is. This is clearly our victory, and a clear victory too. So I was actually expecting a few more casualties. In this battle, you deploy only 642 soldiers. A good amount of them are wiped out at the beginning through that ambush of your cavalry. And then your legionaries, no matter how strong they are, there's no way they can hold out or be invincible to arrow fire from every single direction. They can only hold their shields in one way, not all four sides. And the cataphract charge is really damaging. But we did it. We are true Romans. We have achieved victory. So remember, to win this battle, the front row of units that you start off, I believe it's 4 units, you take them out of Testudo formation very early on, and then organize them in a straight line so they can not only throw ammo into the cataphracts as they're charging towards you, but also brace for the impact. And then the 4 Testudos that stayed in the back, I recommend taking them out of Testudo formation also as soon as possible to assist with taking down the cataphracts and then chasing down the horse archers. Although I know it is tempting to stay in Testudo formation for as long as possible to take as few casualties as possible from the horse archers, for the cataphracts it's just an easier target. In Testudo formation, you can't fight well. You're just forced to hold your shield up and you can't fight back. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up, remember to subscribe, and share it with your friends, so they may also learn how to beat this battle themselves. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you watching the next one.